Okay.
I lived in unbelievably substandard housing for 12 years and 9 months. I'm a Section 8 tenant. I didn't always live like this. I hurt my back and became unable to work.
Hmm.
Uh, so I lived 12 years and 9 months with the same landlord, and I watched his problems. I watched these people. The property managers would get paid commission, so they didn't want anybody to stay. The people moved in and out and in and out and in and out. Nobody paid their rent ever. They'd all come and get cats. I ended up with all of the cats because they'd moved out and leave the cute kitten that they got turned into, 7 cats.
Mm.
Long story short, life. I was away on vacation, my first vacation in 12 years and 9 months, and it was just a weekend in Vermont. I get a call that I have to be out in 30 days. He was going to turn the building into student housing, but because he had rented to people with special needs kids, that never happened, but that's jumping ahead. So he moved me into something he bought at a tax auction. That's where I am now. I got social services to pay for my move, and I now live in a two-family house on the east side. If it's windy outside, papers fall off my table. This place is just unbelievably substandard. I had a plumbing trip, an electrical short, a ceiling fan that needs fixing. My doorknob doesn't stay on. I can go down the list. Section 8 and code are two completely different genres. You don't need much to get past it. Nothing has to be up to code to pass a Section 8 inspection.
So what do you hope to gain at the end of the day? What do you think your documentary is going to do?
Realistically, I know that it's not going to change a lot or anything, obviously, but
Well, it could if it gets in the right hands.
I just generally hope that it makes people realize that this is just a systemic issue and it's just all over the place and it isn't just happening in a large city but all over in small towns, and people just don't notice, and people only seem to care when it matters to them.
Yeah, like I said, my friend didn't want to hear anything about it until I told him that, they were going to start billing him.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of their buddies buys this building, say for $100,000, right? Then the buddy becomes a nonprofit. Then the buddy doesn't pay any taxes, but the building was assessed, say, for $500,000. Well, now all of a sudden it's assessed at $5 million because they get kickbacks from the federal government for their nonprofit properties.
Oh.
I'll say it again.
Yeah, please.
Buddy buys that building
Uh-huh.
for $100,000, say.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The government, these assholes, give him grant money that's not really meant for that, but they, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then the buddy buys it, becomes nonprofit.
Because of the grant.
Right? Or
Yeah.
just rents to a nonprofit, which is illegal as well.
Yeah.
And then the taxes go up to $5 million because it's nonprofit,
yeah.
and then they get a kickback from the federal government because of the lost revenue of it being nonprofit. I have a hard time. I saw your thing. I was amazed. I was like, holy shit, man. Does he know what I know? What's that?
Nice view.
Oh, years ago, it was really, really nice.
How long have you been in Binghamton?
I lived at this house for 39 years. found like at least 300 million in the last 6 years, because I can only go back 6 years. It's a federal offense, and there's a reward, and they're ripping off the IRS. They're claiming they're paying themselves out of our grant money on a nonprofit IRS. And when I called to tell them I knew about it, the guy started stuttering. I go, yeah,
Oh.
Bob Murphy, actually, he gets free water and sewer at his house, and he's, I met with the state attorney, and I was telling him, and he said, what they're doing might not be ethical, but they have their reasons, and they're not breaking the law. Guess what?
What?
Yep, there's a car wash free. Because I told him I was looking to buy. He's a cute kid, nice kid. My son went to school with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he owns a couple apartment buildings downtown. That gets free water and sewer. Like, this is Toyota, and I like the owners here. But this isn't fairly assessed. I can't remember off the top of my head, but look at all of this.
Yeah.
And I want to say he's only assessed at maybe, I can't remember, so I hate saying it, but not what he should be. You know, like maybe 400,000. You know what I mean? But yet that house or that place
Look
is
at
assessed
that.
at
No, of
150,000. It's like insane. Yeah, where were you like when I was really into this? Nobody even wanted to hang out with me because they thought either one, I was crazy, or that somebody was going to kill me. No, really, you don't know how many people drove by my house.
Yeah.
When I was outing people on Facebook.
Especially here, people can take it very personally and it's very scary.
They were driving by my house, slowing down. I actually drove after one of them. I said, what? Oh, I know so much, like everybody said. Even the White House told me to be careful. I said, what? I mean, I was, a year and a half of my life was just, like when I investigated 9/11. No.
Yeah.
On the facts.
Yeah.
Our government.
No, I know.
Was all involved. I want to go to Washington because, you know, really, it's just a waste of time and effort. I gotta go and get to someone that, you know, literally, you know, can do something. See that?
Yeah.
No taxes, student housing, free water and sewer, alarm service, and garbage. That's the queen, I call her, because she gets
is this the printing
all
house?
the
printing house? Yeah, right?
This one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just go by my Google map.
Yeah, the printing house, yeah. That
All
one's huge.
Yeah, come here.
That one's huge.
Yeah, free water and sewer.
Free water and sewer. Yeah, of course.
Garbage, alarm system. So I met with the alarm lady who owned, I got something wrong with my foot. I have to go to the doctor's. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I woke up a couple days. So she's assessed at, say, $250,000. So I met with her to ask her, who do you bill for that building with the alarm system?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I had told her all what I found out first to win her confidence. And then after I did, because I told her, you're assessed at $250,000. This building's assessed at $100,000. Look up. Then I showed her that one. I said, that ain't paying no taxes at all.
Yeah.
And it's getting free water, sewer, blah, blah, blah. All right, so with that being said, she didn't say no, but she said, I can't give out client, you know, customer. How much tax revenue we're losing? Almost every single big building down here does not pay taxes. Okay, you see this housing here?
Yeah. This huge one right here on the right?
Yeah. Privately owned, pays no taxes, and gets free water and sewer.
Wow.
Oh, there's so many. The whole Binghamton, you know where the Binghamton Plaza is, right? The Binghamton Plaza down there on State Street. And I had showed him that his taxes were way high for his building compared. So I printed them all off. He went to grievance, and they still refused to lower his. Pretend you're from a news thing and you're gonna do my story.
Okay.
Come here, dear.
Good for you, though. How you
That's
doing?
good. I'm seeing
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No, I just stopped here. I'm showing him around some of the properties. He had an ad on Craigslist saying anybody affected by the lack of affordable housing. So I reached out to the kid. I didn't know he was young, and I tried to tell him don't get involved. He's too young to.
Well, we can break the story. We'd have a hell of a story.
Yeah, I know, but I told him it's just I don't want to see him get hurt or get like I got crazy. So long story short, the kid recognized that the affordable housing just wasn't happening. So I reached out to him and I said, "You have no clue what's going on. They're giving it to their buddies for student housing, luxury housing." And this kid knew something was wrong. So kudos to him. So I'm driving him around because I left all my shit up in Rochester. So, you know, like, all I can tell you is that people claim that they want to know the truth, but when you tell it to them, you know, like, and if all the people stood together, but they're a bunch of cowards, you know, and everybody would say that to me, Amber, watch yourself. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they'll come to my house and blow it up, you know, like, because you can't trust them. You're talking hundreds of millions of dollars.
Do you want to hold on to it? Can you hear me? Yes. So my name is Sarah. As we said, I'm a student at SUNY Binghamton. So Binghamton and SUNY would like to stand in solidarity with CUNY and New York City against Amazon. So yeah, I'm a SUNY Binghamton student. I grew up in Queens. I'm born and raised Bayside and Flushing. Okay? I also worked in Long Island City over the summer. I worked with homeless people. And I need everyone to understand, we are in the biggest homeless crisis. Our homelessness level is at its highest since the Great Depression. Okay? We have over 60,000 people homeless in New York City and counting. And that's thousands and thousands of children. As we heard, Amazon is moving within 5 blocks of the largest housing development in North America. Queensbridge Houses is the largest housing project. And Amazon is moving next door. So let's think about that. Everyone wants to say, well, we don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Well, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. What's going to happen to Amazon? We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it'll make everything better. Let's look at Seattle. What happened to Seattle when Amazon came in? Homelessness has skyrocketed. All right?
So have rents. Rents
have skyrocketed. Okay? In the last 10 years, Seattle's median rent increased 3 times as much as the national average, while it has the 3rd largest homeless population in the country. We know that the new buildings that were built to support all the people who came to Seattle have rents that are 40% higher than old buildings where residents used to live. And most of the new housing is considered luxury real estate.
Right.
So we know what New York City needs. New Yorkers know what New York City needs, and it is not Amazon. We know that. It is not Amazon.
When I heard of Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo was letting Amazon come to New York and that they were giving Amazon, the richest corporation in the world, $3 billion in incentives, I could not believe it. Why is Cuomo making the poor pay? But when it comes to corporation, we must pay for them like the $3 billion given to the humongous corporation. We, the people, are saying no Amazon in New York City.
Yeah.
It's clear that we, residents, people of color, working class people, students, all of us, do not want Amazon here. We are sending a clear message to politicians, especially tonight to de Blasio, that their words, their explanations, their arguments mean nothing to us.
Amazon has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Surrounded by rich people.